Coming up on this week's episode of SVG Motors Weekly.
This is a Hemi?
It's a Hemi!
Nice!
Yes, this is actually the new V8 Hemi.
This is a dirty cabin filter, and this actually sits inside of the HVAC box inside the vehicle.
My experience at SVG was definitely pleasant. I had no issues whatsoever.
Hi, I'm Amber Slusher, and today on Tech Tips, we're going to talk about driving in the snow.
We also have the best value in a 50-mile radius. So when you're out shopping for a vehicle, we do the shopping for you. So before
Need a car, need it bad, need something better than what you had. Not sure what you wanna where to go. Well, there's one place that you need to know. SVG is the place for me, where you get superior value guaranteed.
Hey guys! My name's Jake.
and Scott.
This is Scott.
What's up, Jake?
What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, buddy?
We're going to talk about this Ram 1500. You're the expert, so you're going to tell me a little bit about it. We're going to go for a drive. You ready?
Excellent. I'm excited.
Hey, Scott, while we're driving this, tell me a little bit about the design.
Well, obviously we have a Ram 1500 Bighorn here, and if you look around, you see how beautiful the interior is. We have a Uconnect screen in the center, the electronic shift knob over here. We have heated seats. This is your driver, passenger, and also a heated steering wheel.
Yeah, I've noticed that heated steering wheel is really nice.
Yeah, it's really good in the winter. Remote vehicle start, so inside the house you can warm it up on those wintry days when you're coming out in the morning. What else? We have 4x4, which is also electronic. Makes things simpler if you're, if you're in the elements, whether it's you're off-roading or in the winter per se, or inclement weather. You just electronically switch it and you're right in. In the center over here, as I mentioned, we have the Uconnect. Over here, we're starting off with AM, FM, XM radio, which is satellite radio. Button over here we have is the controls. So we have an automatic mirror dimmer. In the center, we have a backup camera.
What's that do?
Our backup camera has grids, and it's in color. So if you want to hook it up to a trailer, it has a trailer hookup in the back. It enables you to hook it up without having to get out of the vehicle. It makes life really easy.
That'd be really handy, especially when I'm pulling my boat.
Yes.
I can actually see if it's moving back and forth, if everything's attached to it. It'd be a great feature.
It certainly is. Next, I'm going to take a quick peek at the climate control. So we have to turn it on, actually.
Yeah, because I can't see anything right now. So we're going to hit this. That's the defrost.
Yeah. What's really neat about it, too, is we have the actual knobs where we can make adjustments, and we have both the driver and passenger side. So if I want to adjust it, I could use the knobs up and down, or I can just slide up and down.
Oh, nice.
Really neat feature. The same thing with the fan. You could slide back and forth or push one digit at a time.
Oh, nice.
So, and the knobs are down on the bottom, driver and passenger side.
Not to interrupt, but I noticed this sync button. What's that do for me?
What the sync button does, if you're in the vehicle and you don't have a passenger and you would like to control both sides, that's what the sync control will do. So instead of it being independent, you sync both sides the same.
Oh, so it's like a dual climate control.
It is a dual climate control. When you have the sync on, it will be one.
Nice. Now, can you tell me a little bit about these buttons right here on the steering wheel?
Sure. The left side of your wheel is so that you control your center console. Right now, it's electronic, your miles per hour. Over there's your tire pressure. You're on fuel economy. The next one is trip A, and trip B gives you the distance, miles per hour, and fuel economy. Next, the one before that was for your radio. You are on XM radio, and it also has a compass, which shows right now we're traveling west. It's 39 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and if you hit one more, you're back to the miles per hour. So you have an electronic and an analog speed. On the left side of your screen is your tachometer.
Can you tell me one thing, Scott?
Sure.
I noticed that the tow haul button, is that so when I'm towing I can actually hook up like a trailer brake to it?
It is. It's also set up so when you are towing, the vehicle recognizes that you are in tow haul mode.
Gotcha. And what's the what are we driving right now? What engine's in this?
This is the Hemi V8.
This is a Hemi?
It's a Hemi!
Nice!
Yes, this is actually the new V8 Hemi. With that said, we have up to 395 horsepower, 410 pounds of torque.
410 pounds?
That is what I said, 410 pounds. One thing you want to think of when you purchase a Hemi is durability, torque, and fuel economy. So, because it is a Hemi, when you're cruising on the highway 65 or 70 miles an hour, it will actually reduce the cylinders from 8-cylinder down to 4-cylinder.
Nice. So that'll definitely, well, see, Scott, I actually drive a Hemi.
Oh yeah, that's right. You purchased a brand new Charger.
Yeah, Dodge Charger RT. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty much the same features inside of here that I'm learning about. Of course, I don't have 4-wheel drive, which that's an awesome feature. I'd love to have that, especially with these wintry.
Yes.
You know, the winter in Ohio is just, you don't even know.
I know.
You can't predict it.
You have
the
no
weatherman
idea.
is 99.9% wrong.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Angel up here at SVG Chevrolet in Greenville. How are you guys doing today? I just wanted to explain a few things to you. Some of you, you go out for your oil changes, whether it's here or some other shop, and they come out and tell you you need a new cabin filter or you need a new air filter. I just want to show you the difference. This is a dirty cabin filter, and this actually sits inside of the HVAC box inside the vehicle, and that filters the air that you breathe. This is what a new one looks like. There's quite a bit of difference. And the same with the air filters. This is what filters the air that go into the throttle body into your vehicle. These are the dirty examples. And this is the difference between a clean and, of course, the dirty filters. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go out and talk to our master tech, Jerry, and explain why it's so important to change these filters. Hey, Jerry, how are you?
Hey, good, Angel. How are you?
Good. We were just explaining, the difference between what it looks like between a clean and a dirty air filter and a clean and a dirty cabin filter. I'd like, if you would, to explain to them why is it so important to have these clean filters in your vehicle.
Well, first off, an air filter is very important because, for one, it keeps the inside of your engine clean. A dirty air filter can lower your fuel economy. It can make your check engine light come on. It can cause you several issues. And there's pretty cheap insurance for 15 or 20 bucks, whatever an air filter is, depending on the vehicle. It's just really good, cheap insurance. And they're easy to get to. It's located, just right in this little box here. A couple little screws and it pops off, and a lot of people can do that themselves.
So they don't actually have to rely on the shop. They can do it before they even come in.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they themselves can make the choice, say, hey, my filter's dirty, I need to get that changed.
That's correct, yes. There again, it helps with fuel economy. Check engine lights, running rich, it can cause several issues. So it's an important part of your engine maintenance.
Now the cabin filter is usually inside the vehicle, right up underneath the dash?
A lot of times it's in behind the glove box, you're right. Now we need that because of the dirt getting into the evaporator core and stuff, which can plug it up and it reduces your airflow inside the vehicle. So there again, that's an important thing. To keep leaves and stuff out of your HVAC unit. The last thing you want to do is to pull the entire dash off of the inside of the vehicle in order to access a lot of your HVAC heating and air conditioning parts. So, there again, it's just good, cheap insurance, to put a cabin air filter in them from time to time.
Well, also with the cabin air filter, like if someone's children have real bad allergies or asthma, that kind of helps filter the air coming in too, doesn't it?
You're right, yeah. In fact, some of them are carbon impregnated to where it even actually removes odors. So, yeah, it's...
Good rule of thumb, maybe every other oil change, unless you live like somewhere like here, it's harvest season.
Yeah, well, real dusty seasons, they suggest to do it every 15,000 miles. So that would be about every other oil change.
Yeah.
But yeah, real dusty seasons, I mean, you would probably want to do it maybe a little more often than that. Especially with, like, if you have allergies, like you said. Yeah, that's definitely would help a lot.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Jerry. I appreciate
you're welcome.
it.
Hey, no problem.
Like I said, guys, if you need, when you come up here, we'll check up every oil change, and if they need change, we'll let you know. But now you know the importance of having those filters changed. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Dylan Lawson, and I'm an SVG customer. My experience at SVG was definitely pleasant. I had no issues whatsoever. The reps were very helpful, very knowledgeable, willing to help, definitely helped me find the car that I really wanted and was for me. The reason I chose SVG over other dealers, I see their commercials all the time. I definitely like what they say. I like how they're presented. The reps are very knowledgeable, so to me, I've been to other dealerships, I've looked at other cars at other places, and they're all trying to sell to you. Whereas at SVG, I don't get that feeling. I get the sense that they're really trying to help me find the car that fits me, fills my needs. I mean, I've been familiar with them for so long. I had an experience with them last year. My friend just bought a car from them the year before I did, so he beat me to it a little bit. But even then, like when I wasn't personally buying the car, they were very helpful with me, answered all my questions about cars. So I mean, that's the biggest reason I chose SVG. I kind of knew what I wanted. I told my rep that I was looking for a hatchback, but I wanted something sportier. They knew immediately what kind of car they should recommend, and we went over, looked at the cruise hatches, and I didn't get the color I wanted because it was a little bit more expensive, but I'm definitely happy with the car I have. It's the Rally Sport Edition. After driving it, I knew this was the car I wanted, and I thank my rep very much for helping me find it. I would definitely recommend SVG to other customers. Based off my personal experience there, twice at this point, I've never had a single issue. The reps are very knowledgeable. They are very helpful. I've never had them hide anything. They were clear and precise with what I was buying and what I was paying for. The customer, just the whole customer experience. I'm a big customer service guy. I've been working in it all my life. I know how I treat people. I know how I would like to be treated when I walk into stores, dealerships, stuff like that. Definitely when I walked onto the dealership, I didn't feel attacked by them. I didn't feel like, oh, they have to get another sale. I actually felt genuine need to help. They greeted themselves. They asked the good questions about what I wanted, what I thought I needed, stuff like that. They definitely were able to pinpoint me to a couple different cars that I wanted to look at. But I never once felt pressured or anything like that. Just because that fact alone is why I would recommend them. But there are tons of other reasons I have to probably recommend them. I mean, customer service is great. The selection of cars is phenomenal. So I definitely buy from SVG again. I did not have a bad experience. I loved my car. I loved the car they put me in, and I loved the price point. They have tons of dealerships elsewhere. I would love to look at all of their stock, all their inventory, meet more reps, and if any of their reps at any of the other dealerships are anything like them, then they will definitely succeed, and it'll definitely help me get the car I want. I'm Dylan Lawson, and I'm part of the SVG family.
So really quickly, I noticed, you mentioned that you like the heated steering wheel.
Oh, it's nice.
I want to also make note to you the leather wrap steering wheel. How does that feel in your hands?
It feels great, Scott.
So on the right side of your steering wheel is your cruise control. I noticed we were talking about the left side. So
Yeah.
right over here, you just hit the on, off, and then hit it to set. As you're cruising along on the road, you can increase or decrease your speed by 1 mile per hour for each digit that you utilize it.
Nice. Scott, these seats are really comfortable. I've noticed that this has electric on this side. Is that part of the package or is that standard?
It is. It is part of the package that you do have. You have those power seat on your side. In the center here, we have switches for your garage controllers. You have 3 different ones. Over here is if you want to open your rear window.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's really nice if you want to cool the vehicle out. You can't see right now, but one of the things that are really neat are the LED lights that we have in the bed area. Really brightens things up at night, makes it really easy to see back there.
Perfect for fishing trips, you know.
Oh, most definitely. In the center here, we have the phone control going back to our Uconnect. It's showing where you can Bluetooth sync your vehicle. So when you purchase your vehicle, we do that for you upon delivery. So I know you have a Samsung, I use an Apple. Whatever phone that you have, we will sync it for you, show you how to use it. If you have another family member that uses your vehicle also as well, we'll sync their phone up.
Nice.
So you'll be able to receive, make phone calls. You can also use your steering wheel on the left-hand side. It says VR, which is voice recognition.
Oh yeah.
So you'll do that so you can so that you can utilize the steering wheel instead of having to physically touch your phone. Makes it safer. Speaking of safety, we are wrapped in airbags all around here. Ram trucks have one of the highest safety ratings, governmental safety ratings, and they're very comfortable. They sit up a little higher. I don't know if you noticed that. Makes it easier to see the road.
Oh yeah, I can notice the whole view now. Like when my little Charger, I can't see, 10 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
One, because I'm blind, and 2,
because he's short. So we also have, for the wintry months, the heated mirrors on the side.
Nice.
Which is a really big plus.
Now that's standard with the cold weather package, right?
That is standard with the package, yes.
Nice.
What else? We have a 115 outlet over here. So if you wanted to plug in a device, let's just say a video game or a battery charger in the rear seat, you could use that. So that's set up for that. There's lots of storage. Over the years, the design for the Ram truck has just been getting better and better. You'll notice, cup holders everywhere. We have 3, 4, 5, 7 cup holders in the front. Electronic mirrors on your side to fold them when you're parking.
Oh, nice. You can do that?
Yeah, it's a really nice feature.
That is a nice feature, especially in like New Jersey or something.
Yeah, you don't want to lose, or Philadelphia if you go for a long road trip. You don't want to lose one of those mirrors.
Definitely don't, because I know they're pricey.
Yes, they are.
What about like towing capacity? I mean, do you know much about towing capacity? Like what I can tow with this?
You can tow up to 10,000 pounds.
Nice. Now,
how much is your boat, by the way? I know you were mentioning the boat.
I got 2 boats. My one boat is just a little John fishing boat.
Okay.
My other boat is a big 18-foot, not big, but it's an 18-foot playtime boat just for fishing. I would say it's probably about 3,000 pounds.
Okay. So you'll have no problem with this. All the Ram trucks are set up for towing. So most of them do have the setup with the hitch, and they are ready for towing. This particular one does have a package on it.
Nice. So these trucks are definitely one of the most sought out trucks. You agree?
I do. It's very exciting with the Hemis. The new Hemi, like I said, durability, torque, fuel economy. It also has hill start assist. So in the event you're on a hill and you're towing, what happens is the brake is automatically on, and if you let go of the gas, you won't roll backwards.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it puts the brake on for you, and then you'll hit the gas and go.
Because I've been in situations where like you're on a hill and you let go and it just rolls back, and then you're afraid that something's going to get hit.
Sure.
But earlier when I started this up and I was driving, I noticed in the front of the display that it was showing like these warning signs.
It does, yes.
Is that for parking?
It does have parking assist in the front and the rear with the built-in camera, color camera with grids. So you'll notice too, when you're utilizing the backup camera, you'll see the grids and they will actually follow you as you're turning.
Oh, I can actually turn those off. I just seen that. That's
Yes.
pretty neat. That's nifty. And then when you're in 4-wheel drive, I was told that you could do it 50 miles per hour and you could hit the 4-wheel high as you're driving, like the 4-wheel auto. Is that for, like if you're driving and you all of a sudden get something slippery, can you hit 4-wheel drive auto, and will that
will put you right
stop
in.
you from swerving around?
Slipping, yeah. It also has traction control in addition to that, but the 4-wheel drive is what you would utilize. Here's your traction control.
I got you.
But when you have weather, like we were just talking about, whether it's a snowy day or if it's really wet outside, you just want that feeling of safety and security, you can put it in 4-wheel drive.
I also noticed this has a lot of room.
It does,
in the truck
certainly.
itself.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Hi, I'm Amber Slisher, and today on Tech Tips, we're going to talk about driving in the snow. Driving in the snow is one of the most dangerous weather conditions that we drive in here in Ohio. It can be unpredictable at times and stressful to drive in. Here are some tips to keep in mind while venturing out in the snow. The first tip, and this should be on everyone's mind while going out in the snow, and that's slowing down. Slowing down during the snowy conditions reduces the likelihood of a possible crash. The snow makes the roads slick, and driving at a normal speed on them can lead to either sliding into a ditch or into oncoming traffic. Everything takes a bit longer on snow-covered roads, accelerating, stopping, turning, and although many people find it inconvenient to slow down, it can be life-saving for both you and other people braving the cold weather. The next tip goes well with the last one with similar reasons, and that's not to slam on your brakes hard. Although you do want to use your brakes, you don't want to slam on them abruptly. This can cause more harm than good, as it can make you slide rather than stop. Apply steady pressure to the brakes and make sure you give yourself plenty of room to stop. The next tip when it's snowing is to turn on your lights. Turning on your headlights during a snowstorm can help other drivers see you in failing visibility. This helps other drivers to know where you're at and to help avoid collisions. The next tip is to increase your following distance with the car in front of you. On normal dry pavement, you are at 3 to 4 seconds. During icy winter conditions, you want to increase that distance to 8 to 10 seconds. This increased distance between you and the car in front of you will give you extra time to stop, so that means no tailgating. The last tip is the simplest of them all, and that's if you're not comfortable in driving in snowy conditions, then don't. If you don't have to go out or you're uncomfortable with going out in wintry conditions, then stay home. Even if you're a good driver in the snow, not everyone around you is. So if you have no dire need to go out in the weather, stay home and be safe. Keeping all these tips in mind while driving out in the snow can be life-saving. Winter weather is never a driving condition you want to become totally relaxed in. You want to maintain your awareness and be mindful of everything around you to help keep you and everyone else driving safe. Once again, this has been Amber Slisher on another episode of Tech Tips. Stay safe out there.
So you're ready to upgrade now to a Ram truck, huh?
I'm thinking about
I'm listening to you. You're getting excited over
I'm thinking
there.
about it. You got to have a Hemi.
Absolutely. A Hemi is, if you remember back in the day, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, a Hemi engine was it.
Still
you
is.
agree? It still is. It's actually better. This is a new Hemi.
I agree.
How does it feel with the power? I know you drive the Hemi with the car.
Woo!
Now we're
Boy, that has some power.
Whoa!
Woo! Man, Scott.
Jake, I think this is your next vehicle. I think today's your day.
I don't know about today, but soon.
Maybe now? Look, whatever you decide to get, we're going to still give you 3 years of oil change, synthetic oil, 1 year of painless dam repair, and a 3-day exchange policy. Equal or greater value, no questions asked.
No questions asked?
No questions asked. So, with that said, we also have the best value in a 50-mile radius. So when you're out shopping for a vehicle, we do the shopping for you. So before you come in, we've done our homework to make your life easier.
Okay, let me ask you this. We're about done with this test drive.
Yes.
How can I get, like, is there a website I can go to?
Absolutely. The easiest way to look us up and look at all our vehicles would be svgjeep.com.
Nice.
And that'll take you right to our inventory. You'll see all our vehicles in, where are we again?
Eton!
That is right. Eton, Ohio. And, we have new vehicles. We have used vehicles. We have hundreds of vehicles on this lot. We also have 3 other stores in addition, new and used vehicles. But what's really neat is you can scroll through them. You can call the dealership. You can speak to Jake or myself, Scott. And we are actually ending our show.
Well, hey, Scott, I appreciate you showing me a lot about the vehicle.
Jake, I appreciate your time here. This was an exciting trip.
It was a great trip. Absolutely.
Everybody, hey, it's time to wake up. Are we ready? Things are gonna shake up. Can you feel it? Feel it on the inside. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. We can always reach a little higher. Find a way to light a little fire. Turn it up and never let it down. You know nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now. We've never been this far before. This could be the defining moment. This could be the defining moment. History will unfold before us. This could be the defining moment of my life. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, This could be the defining moment. This could be the defining moment. History will unfold before us. This could be the defining moment of
Thanks for watching another episode of SVG Motors Weekly. And if you haven't done it yet, go to youtube.com and subscribe to the SVG Motors channel. Or go to our Facebook page and like our page. And last but not least, if you want to see future episodes, go to your DVR and search SVG Motors and catch future episodes. Thanks again for watching.